One of the stocks, or I would say sectors in focus since the last 1 week has definitely been the affordable housing play. This is because one of the first decisions that the Modi 3.0 government has made and its cabinet has made is to build 3 crore homes under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Now, the affordable housing play from a market perspective doesn't have too many options in listed companies, but HUDCO, a government-run company in existence since 1970, is definitely one of them. To understand how the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana extension actually benefits HUDCO, I'm joined now by Sanjay Kulshresth, Chairman and Managing Director. Mr. Kulshresth, very good morning and thank you for speaking with us here at NDTV Profit. So let's begin with the basics. 3 crore homes over the next 5 years. One assumes, not all in one go. What is HUDCO's exposure to the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana?
See, let me start from the Prime Minister Awas Yojana 2014-15, which was launched by the Government of India. And it has spurred a lot of growth, not only to the housing sector, but it's towards the total infrastructure development sector. So HUDCO is a company which has been financing the infrastructure, including housing. We are also into the consultancy, and we are supporting the Government of India initiatives in terms of the appraisal systems, in terms of the impact assessments also. At the same time, we are extending the financial support, a counterpart funding to the state governments. During last program also, we had been working in tandem with the government as advised from time to time, and we had catered so many responsibilities, including the lending and the consultancy. And I am sure with this 3 crores household, which is, I think, the most prioritized sector, which as per the government, and they had taken a decision for implementing such huge program, which has seen his success during past 7-8 years. I think the household means it is the epicenter of the inclusive infrastructure development, and every development will start from the housing, including the employment. So I think this is one of the finest and biggest program of Government of India, and HUDCO will be happy, and it will be the biggest beneficiary out of this program, because all the infrastructure development and everything, including cement, steel, employment, and everything which is associated with the HUDCO business will be stay connected with this program.
Right. Mr. Kulshresth, you spoke about the entire scheme right from 2014. So let me also go back to 2014. How many houses has HUDCO built so far in this new leg of 3 crore houses that have been announced? How many will you build, and what will be the extent of your participation?
Yeah, actually, HUDCO is not an implementing agency. HUDCO is extending lending. It's an NBFC which extends the. And in this program, most of the component is being extended by the government. So whatever counterpart is required by the state government, we are supplementing that efforts. At the same time, we are extending consultancy and the capacity building to the state government and its entities. So during last programs, we had supported around five states and extended around 15,000 crores of the loan amount, and we had supported with so many impact assessments and the DPR assessments for Government of India. At the same time, we had also supported in CLSS, which is an interest subvention scheme for middle class households, and we had extended around 2,600 crores against the last schemes.
And in this term, in the next 5 years, the 3 crore houses that we're talking about, what is the extent of participation that you will have in terms of number of states? Do you have visibility on that? Have those conversations started? Or we will see realization coming in a few months? Because right now it's just a cabinet announcement, right? I'm trying to understand how this trickles down for you.
I think it will be a very big opportunity for HUDCO, and since we are participating in the business and we have offices across the entire country. We have around 22 regional offices which are working hand in glove with the state government, and we had already started discussing. And since we extend the loan, which is a long term at a very competitive pricing, states has shown interest to take. So once the schemes are sanctioned by the central government, then the counterpart will start flowing towards the state government. But states are very, very enthusiastic about these schemes, and were waiting for this scheme, since we are talking and discussing about this scheme from last 3-4 months, since the time Honorable Finance Minister has declared in her budget in February this year.
So now you are dealing with 5 states. Does that number increase, Mr. Kulshresth, or the exposure remains to these 5 states?
Definitely, it will be. I think it will be exponentially increased because initially we had supported only 5 states, and now I think it will be between 15 to 20 states.
Oh,
So,
are you in
so
conversation with 15 to 20 state governments right now?
that's true. We are in conversation, and we are being associated from the concept, from the need assessments, from the DPR preparations, and we are supporting as a consultancy also to that.
Okay. So now, as we talk about these 3 crore houses, what do you see as the contribution to your book? Can you give us some assessment over there and, the impact on growth? Like you said, it's a huge opportunity. You're speaking to 15 to 20 states as well, so you're going to see that number go up. But if you can give us a little bit of specifics.
Uh, if I go back during last financial year, we had raised our loan book by 15%. So it has raised from 80,000 odd crores to 92,000 crores. We had set a 2 financial year up by 26. The loan book should be at 1.5 lakh crores, which I see in present opportunities and the declaration of the government of India is a bit conservative. But we will retain our 1.5 lakh crores target for next 2 financial years. And I am sure that we will be achieving this 1.5 lakh crores and which has a CAGR of between 20 to 25%. So as per the economics also, if I add the inflation and the growth rate plus 3-4% plus, so we will be achieving around 20 to 25% for initial years, and by 2030 we had kept our loan book target at around 3 lakh crores. So with these kinds of push from the government of India, the kind of dividend that the RBI is extending, and the deficits, financial currency deficit, foreign currency deficits are reducing, and I think it is a very, very achievable figures, and we will take a review in next financial year that what kind of targets has to be reviewed for next
Where is your loan book going in FY25, Mr. Kulshresth?
in FY25, definitely, if the CAGR will be kept around 32 to 25%, we will be around 1.15 to 1.2 lakh crores.
1.2 to 1.5 lakh crores. Okay.
1.15 to 1.2 lakh.
Okay, up to 1.2 lakh crores for FY25 is your loan book. Give us an idea of the asset quality. When you're talking about this addition to your loan book, what has been the asset quality so far? What has been the experience over there?
During last financial year, we had taken a lot of initiatives, and now our net NPA is only 0.36%, which is, I think, is the best in the industry. Last year, it was 0.52, so we had reduced from 0.52% to 0.36%. At the same time, we are reducing our gross NPA from 3.4% to 2.71%. And next 2 years will be the years for the resolution of all the stress assets. And we have around 2,600 crores of the stress assets, which are credit impaired assets. So around 1,400 crores are under different levels of resolution at NCLT level. So I'm sure during this financial year, they will be sorted out. We are parallelly taking an action and revising our one-time settlement policies also, so that whatever assets needs to be resolved, we are identifying those things and making very, very time-bound action plans and taking the approval of the boards also within the framework which is given by us, given by RBI.
Mr. Kulshresth, good morning, Neeraj here. This loan growth, whether it is, in a particular year, it could be slightly less than mid-teens, slightly above mid-teens, be that as it may. But do you reckon that on a sustainable basis, this number for such a long period of time is predictable, part one? And could such predictable loan growth, part two of my question, happen largely with asset qualities maintained, or is that part of the picture a bit unpredictable, sir?
See, we are taking around 20 to 25% growth rate for initially 1 to 2 years only. Then we are moderating it to between 50 to 20%. So with the kind of opportunities available and with the push of the government of India towards the infrastructure, I think it is quite an achievable task to achieve 3 lakh crores by 2030. At the same time, we are funding to only state government and state government entities presently. And our asset quality is very, very strong. So there is no new NPA, and we had corrected on the figures of the stage 2 also during last year. And I don't see that anything will go bad for the company, because we are working in tandem with the state governments, and our monitoring system is very, very strong. And I don't see anything going wrong on that. At the same time, we are continuously working at how to enhance and penetrate into the infrastructure business side and include other players also. And to start with, we are discussing some business models of the PPP or where the regulated cash flows are available. So I don't think this achieving 3 lakh crores of the loan book by 2030 and 1.5 lakh crores loan book by 2026 will be a very big task for the company.
Could it also be that you are currently thinking of under-promising and over-delivering because the opportunity size is large, as you said?
We had not achieved a lot of things during 5 years. Let me accept that, and there is a lot of good things. Financial ratios are very good. Our debt equity ratio is only 4. Our CRAR is much more than the required as per the regulations. So we have to work hard, and a lot of opportunities are there. So I think that all these opportunities has to be leveraged, and since we are 75% owned by the government, so we have to undertake that responsibility. And recently we had conferred with the Navratna also, which is giving an additional responsibility to HUDCO.
What does that mean for you in terms of your balance sheet, or what does it mean financially to be conferred with Navratna status, Mr. Kulshresth?
There are very few companies which are Navratna or Maharatna. This is a recognition by the government of India. If you achieve certain parameters and say growth rate, then the turnovers and the profits continuously and sustainably, then the government of India identify you and conferred with Navratna. And it gives a lot of operational and the financial independence to the board. So,
Cost of finance, etc., does it help you in any way?
It gives a more brand kind of structure to the international investors that yes, this is a company which has been recognized by the government of India. So last year also, if you can see that we had continuously lowering our cost of fund. Last year we had lowered from 7.1%. From 7.46% to 7.1%. So we had reduced our cost of fund by 36 basis points, irrespective the markets were high. So all these things, all these recognitions are indirectly converted into the operations and the reduction of the cost of funds. At the same time, taking the visibility forward, we get the business also.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Kulshresth, for speaking with us. That was the CMD of HUDCO talking about how this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana being pushed forward. Once again, 3 crore houses will be built. One of the first cabinet decisions made by the new government will help the company and give it exponential growth. With 5 states right now, they're talking to 15 to 20. So that's the big headline out of that interview.